gotta burn them bridges. You gotta learn. Like if if 5 millionaires come in here right now and just start talking, I don't have to say nothing, and I don't have to believe nothing they say.
Yep.
But something that they might say might trigger something that I might hold on to.
Exactly.
That's it. You just gotta. It's give and take everywhere. Just take what you need, and the rest just do what's for you.
Yeah.
You never have to recreate the wheel.
All right, man. Stats Global Podcast. We are back, man. I'm back in my hometown. Ready to get to it. This is a relaunch for me. I like to be very transparent. One of them on my podcast. It's a relaunch for me. But I'm glad to have my brother with me right here, Mr. Travis Tarpley. And we're going to get to it. We're going to get right into it. I'm not going to say, I'm going to let you know who he is. But again, it's Stats Global Podcast. My job is to go around the community, the world, the U.S., everywhere, and contact people that are making an impact on society through the youth, through adults, through everything that they do, giving back and impacting. So that's what it's all about. So without further ado, I'm going to let Mr. Travis Tarpley go ahead and introduce himself, let us know who he is and what he does.
All right, well, for starters, I just want to salute you on the platform because that's lit. You know what the world going to today, this is real important to just highlight the individuals that's really putting in the work for real, for real. Well, my name's Travis Tarpley. Born and raised in Danville, Virginia. Played sports for GW. Three sport athlete. Played basketball, football, ran track. Had a very good, successful career in football. Decided to take that path. Ended up going on full scholarship to Delaware State University. At Delaware State University, ended up accumulating some really good stats there. Had 2 really good back-to-back seasons my junior and senior year. Ended up leaving there All-American at Delaware State. Got an opportunity to try out with the Detroit Lions, undrafted free agent. After that, went up to Pennsylvania, played some arena football, where ultimately I tore my ACL. So up until that point, it was all about football.
Yeah.
Growing up, I was always an honor roll student. I kept my grades intact. Didn't really have disciplinary problems, so I had a pretty straight path, but it was all about football.
Yes.
But I was the kind of kid that my coaches always knew, regardless if the football situation worked out or not, Travis, he going to be all right. So my main initiative when the football stopped was to figure out how I could still make an impact around the game now that I'm down.
Yes.
First thing I did when I came back to Danville was I established Rising Stars Youth Football Camp.
Yes. Remember.
When I came back, I had put together camp at DCC on the Hill for 75 kids. I was charging like $50 a head. I think I had 55 kids. Let's fast forward 12 years. Now I have over 30 plus athletes playing collegiate football or respectively in their sport. With a whole nother generation I'm pushing now. And I do a camp every year for over 200 kids at Avery University for free.
Nice.
Yeah, I just
hear that?
free. Yeah, so I try to trump the money situation. I understand that Danville, my community, they don't really invest in the kids.
Yeah.
And I take that really, really serious. Parents would rather go to the bar or out and spend $200-$300 on the weekend, but they won't pay $50 to go to a camp for their kids.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that off the table. I can go out to my relationships in the community, and if they believe in my platform, they can donate, and I'll go find the kids.
Yes.
So that's how I've been able to kind of trump the situation. I'm gonna take the parents off the table, and I'll go get the money, and then I'll go get the kids.
That's different. I like that.
Yeah, I've been able to do that successfully now. This will be my 12th year coming up. And like I said, I got a plethora of athletes playing collegiate ball right now. I'm super, super excited for. And like I said, I got a whole new generation that's coming through right now that's on their way.
Yeah. So I remember, I don't think I was in the city, but I remember when I first picked up a camera back in 2016 when I really wanted to start doing some stuff. I reached out because I saw you doing the camp, and I'm like, hey, let me come through and, trying to get some footage of what you're doing. And I think during COVID, I did the same thing. I was really still trying to, take it serious and pick up my camera and figure out what I want to do with that. And I, reached out again. I did a couple of videos so you helped me early on in my career with the camera, which now has transformed into something completely different where I like to do long-form content, which is podcasting and, recording like many movies and many different things like that, versus the short form, doing the IG reels and social media stuff. But I mean, I had to get out there and do it to know that I didn't want to do that.
It's all about evolving. Like I had to change with the game too.
Yes,
I had to change. Like,
yes. But you mentioned two specific things I wanted to touch on. One, first, I'm gonna touch on the consistency of your camp. 12 years is a long time to do something every year. Which, so how old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay, you're 35, which takes us back to what, 25, to like 23 years old, right? Doing this fresh out of college, right? So a 23-year-old male at that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a real transparent podcast. Most of the time, males mature at a different rate than females. Like, at 23, females probably operating at 28, 29-year-old. A 23-year-old male is operating at, pretty much like a 21, 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, you were already in a space where you were ready to go. Like, you got injured.
I just wanted to give back to the people who fed into me. Like, I really felt passionate about that. Like, you know how GW was. When you coming up through GW, the town shut down when we used to have games on Friday night. Like, the barbershop closed at 6 or 7 o'clock. You got to come to the JV game just to get in our game. That means something to me. Like, the community really, really was behind me coming through. So I felt like as soon as I came back to Danville, I wanted to give back some kind of way. Yeah, so that was really the motivation behind that.
For sure. I mean, but that shows mindset. Like, a lot of what I'm getting ready to do, just drop a couple of gems, is dealing with mindset, right? So and this is a natural conversation that we're having, right? I didn't tell him what we're going to talk about, right? So he is naturally in the mindset of giving back to his community and, making an impact on the youth is something that we're missing. Like you said, it's nothing going on for the youth, right? Nothing at all. So to be consistent 12 years later doing something that you love to do, something that you're passionate about, something that's actually helping the community with athletes all over the country in collegiate sports is unheard of. Like, you don't normally hear that in little old Danville. Like, there's nothing going on in little old Danville with us. Like, it's nothing here for us. So we have to create. We have to be those ones that come back and that create something for them to look forward to, which, like I said, I commend you on that, man. 12 years, Rising Stars football camp. April 26th, something's coming up, right? You have something coming up to speak. Camp.
Up to this point, I've been trying to figure out how to evolve it. Like, when you start with something, it got to grow. Like, it's either going to get better or it's going to get worse. It ain't no staying the same for 12 years.
Exactly.
So every year, I got to be creative and figure out how to make it better than it was last year. Or, not better, but make an impact still. Like, it was a couple camps that was initiated before I started doing my situation. But I just wanted mine to have some substance and impact to the point where when them kids leave, they know they came to work. They understand the work part first. And then they understand when you leave my camp, you're going to know if you want to play football or not. This is real.
For sure.
Like, this is a test. This is real. There's no babies allowed, no crying out there. We're going to push, we're going to work, and we're going to get better. Every time you come into contact with me, you will get better.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you heard that. You're going to get better no matter what when you come in contact with Trav, man. So what do the kids call you?
They call me Trav. Coach T, Trav. I don't care what they call
me. That's what's up. Oh, yeah. I definitely understand. I think I was Coach Thomas and Miss Thomas and all that at first. Now it's just Coach T. Straight just Coach T. That's it.
You got to meet the kids where they at.
For sure. Hey, man, you said something powerful right there. Meet the kids where they are is the most important thing. 10 years in the classroom, man, at the high school level, and that's all I've done from day one up until now. 2015 until right now in 2025, I have met the kids where they are, built that relationship, built the rapport, and I've been able to make an impact inside those four walls. But now I'm taking my talents in South Beach. But now I'm going to impact them in different ways. Like I said, it's mainly with mindset, though. I mean, a lot of what I've been doing is about mindset. As with you said, no babies allowed in camp. That takes a mental capacity, a certain mental capacity to be able to do that. I mean, you have, 5-year-olds at camp? I've seen some 5-year-olds.
If a parent reach out to me, like, look, Trav, I want my kid to come to your camp. He ain't number 5, 6. Look, bring him. I'm telling you to bring him. If he could pay attention and he understands that this is not playtime. You came here to get better. You got to pay attention, and we're gonna work. If he's okay with that, bring him.
Yeah.
I ain't leaving no child behind.
Oh yeah, definitely don't leave no child behind. What's your camp? What's the age range for the camp?
I do a plethora of events throughout the year now. Initially, I just started with the Rising Stars platform.
Okay.
But like I said, you have to evolve with this.
Yes.
So it took me 12 years to finally bring this thing full circle. When I came back, another thing I started doing was mentoring.
Yes.
I worked for various mentoring companies, and just taking a little bit from here, taking a little bit from here, taking a little bit from here. And when I started mentoring, I understood that was for me.
Yes.
Like, of course, the sports lane is what I'm real passionate about. But outside of that, when it comes to the mentoring the kids, like, it's a covenant now with God. Okay. So it's really bigger than me, honestly. It's basically, he told me, if you take care of them, I'll take care of you. So that's why this means so much to me.
Powerful.
Yeah.
That's
so
powerful.
Basically, I took the mentoring program, 2025. I just started my mentoring program, Duck Mentoring, and I'm able to get out of the sports lane and come to the mental health lane.
Yes.
So just closing the gap, bringing everything 360.
Nice. That's amazing. So I see that you started whatever age the kids want to come, mainly about 5. I mean, we're not talking about.
I really want to start at like 8. It's really a program for like 8 to 18.
Nice. But what I've also seen though that means a lot as well, and a lot of people don't see, is that former athletes that have came through the camp come back and they're there as coaches, they're there as mentors. So when you spoke about your mentoring program, that speaks volume. And before you even started mentoring, like as a focus, you were already mentoring because you have the kids come through the camp and then they come back and then they're helping the other younger kids based on what they've had and the experiences they've had. They want to come back and give back as well. So I mean, that is powerful in itself. Man.
That's who facilitates my camp each year.
The cycle is very
always
important.
Invite professional athletes, of course, just through my network. But it's really important to me that my old coaches, my old friends and trainers, my teammates I played with in high school and college, and the ones that's currently in college right now that I've had an impact on. It's very important that they come back and support my initiative.
Most definitely. I couldn't agree more. So let's speak more about your mentoring program. So you say you're just launching that, and what's the focus? Like, what are you gonna? So before we get there, I like to go deep, right? So mentoring is something, like you said, God said to do it, and that's something that you have to want to do, to be around the youth and to impact them in a different kind of way. So what have you been through in your life that you feel like you want to mentor other youth? Like, what was the most impactful, let's say, major moment, more like a setback or whatever that occurred in your life that kind of maybe inspires you to want to mentor?
Well, just where I am now, looking back, and what I'm able to do for the kids now, I wish I had that. Like, I was the only child. My parents divorced when I was 7.
Nice.
So my dad was kind of in and out. And he was kind of in and out. He was there, but he was in and out. I ain't have the stronghold every day to wake up to my dad to push me to get better. I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
So all these kids can't figure it out, though. You have to put them in position and create some opportunities for them. So I just like the word opportunity. I want to be the person to provide the opportunity.
Yes.
Like, kids coming home now on the tablet, they in the room, they don't even go outside and play no more. So I got to create some opportunities, like my Muscles for Youth program I got here at the Fit Club. Mondays and Fridays, I got the kids coming in doing sports-based youth development, where they come in doing plyometrics, balance, footwork, agility, all the things that directly translate to the game that they're playing. So just like I said, constantly thinking of how to bring all this stuff full circle, and the mentoring piece was the last thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So if I'm a parent, want to bring my child or have my child, part of your mentoring program, what can I expect them to gain from mentoring with you?
Well, accountability.
Okay.
That's probably the biggest thing that the kids don't have to even be in the situation they're in. A lot of kids, when they get out of school, the parents, how was your day? Or the parents pick them up from school.
Yeah.
It's an investment there from the parents. So it's like, you get in the car, how was your day today? Boom. You got any homework? Boom. Let me help you do your homework.
That part.
But then you have another sector of kids who like just fending for themselves.
Yeah.
So like, I gotta go find the disparities through it. I gotta go get them. Where you at? And I'm going to all the city league games. I see the talent, but then it's a drop off somewhere. You won't see him again until next season. So where's the development? He just out here. I'm gonna go get him early.
Yeah. Okay. That's powerful, man. That is really powerful. Mentoring is a gift. It makes you feel good when you're able to see a kid go from their worst moments to their best moments. Like if you know they're struggling, and then you see a smile on their face, their first smile, their first big moment where they've made an achievement, or they've learned a lesson, whatever the case may be. You can see that through coaching, mentoring, anything that you're doing, training. I mean, when you're able to help, the youth through those milestones, it's really, really, really impactful, man. And that's the only thing I can keep saying is impact, man. Like impact is important because, like you said, we didn't have that. I mean, Bodine was probably the only person I had growing up in Danville that is the reason why I am where I am now.
It's crazy that you mentioned Bodine's name. My homeboy last week, we was just chilling. He's like, Trav, you the new Bodine out here.
Yeah,
That cracked me up. Hey. But honestly, like, that's the approach. Like, the impact he had on so many athletes coming through Danville, like, I'm next up. Like, I feel like I got the capability to do that right now. I'm trying to figure out how I can expand my network to reach the coaches now.
Yeah.
The college coaches, so they can come to me to find athletes as well.
Yes.
The playing field is different now. It takes a village to get these kids up out of Danville to get them to college. So just not the high school coach, just not the AAU coach, just not outside people, not the parents. It's going to take everybody.
Yes. Everybody. Yes. Well, I mean, like you already on the path. I will say that you're already on that path by working in your passion, working in your gifts, knowing what your your strength is, and structuring your business, structure around that as far as like mentoring, training, helping inside and out, building your relationships. You have them. Now you have a reason to network. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm tapping back into my network from going to college, playing arena football, you know what I'm saying, trying out for the NFL. You said tried out and played?
Yeah, so I went to Detroit as an undrafted free agent, attended minicamp. After minicamp, when I was released, I went and played arena football.
Nice. So again, that I know that route took you and had you establish some amazing connections. So now that you have something to when you are talking to them for, it's like, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? And you already have the athletes going to help as well. So between you doing that work yourself and then the athletes doing their own work and speaking for themselves, it's going to come. It's going to come. And I mean, of course, I'm always here as a resource. I mean, that's what I love to do, help bring people's visions to life, you know what I'm saying, as far as what you want to accomplish with your business. But I know network is your net worth. I read that in a book. I heard it at plenty of different places that I've been in. So your network is your net worth, and you keep saying that. Like, I want to reach out to my network. Do it. Make it happen. And you'll see the fruits of your labor, man, for sure. Like, that's all I can do with my podcast is reach out to people that I know. And I have not met, I think, since I've been on my podcast, I've maybe interviewed like 2 or 3 people that I don't know that have seen what I've been doing that wanted to, do an interview. But other than that, I mean, it's been a bukus of people that I already know that are doing some amazing things. Like, I mean, you can't just sit there. I don't want to sit down with just anybody just to talk and be in front of the camera to say, hey, I'm doing a podcast. Like, what are you doing that I would want to sit down and spend some time with you to talk and, spread your word out to the world? Like, you have to be doing something. So, I mean, I feel pretty good about the network of people that I know that are able to do that, So, but circling back around, now you said you had an ACL tear early on. And as an athlete, as a human, as a coach now, as a trainer, mentor, all those things are really important. What was the mindset when you got hurt and after that? Like, how did you get to where you are right now?
Yeah, when I tore my ACL, I was devastated because I still had an opportunity to play. I had a contract in the Canadian League that was waiting for me.
Okay.
Like, I didn't leave my arena team because we was undefeated. We was playing in the championship. So I didn't want to leave my team. I wanted to secure that. And then I was gone the next week. I was going up to Canada to play. So then I tore my ACL in the championship, and it's like, dang, I just missed this opportunity. I came home. I had surgery at Duke. And then while I was going through rehab and stuff, I just picked up a job working at the YMCA. And then it just unfolded from there. Over time, I started training the athletes. And then one of my coworkers, Brian Swan, he was like the head trainer at the YMCA at the time. I was kind of learning up under Brian, and then he left. He went to school up in Roanoke, and we didn't have a personal trainer at the Y. So the CEO asked me to come in, and she was like, I'll pay for you to get your certification. So I was like, no doubt, let's do it. So I ended up securing my PT certification, and then I got certification in strength and conditioning, and then I started training adults. So now I got the parents and the kids. So then the PT situation just it's keep growing. Like I found out my wave in the PT. The women, like I probably train 80% women.
Okay.
And it's all about the impact. It ain't just about working out. It's about the confidence that you give them. It's about like the accountability. It's other things that you got to understand the value of what you get.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I get that. Did you have anything that was, I guess, like, did you have any of those dark moments that a lot of athletes have? I mean, because being at that pro level and getting injured, like, I know, like you said, it was devastating. You said devastating, like what?
I did. I had some dark moments, but I always believed in myself.
Oh yeah.
I knew I was gonna bounce back, and I'm like, I'm gonna either be I'm gonna be better than I was before, or I ain't gonna play no more. So that's the motivation behind getting back to the field. So it took me too long though. So like with an ACL tear, it's like about 8 months. It took me about 10 to 12.
Okay.
Because of just the impact and the hard cuts and stuff like that, I was still feeling pain. So I was like, until this is gone, I'm not returning back to the field.
Gotcha.
By that time, I had missed essentially 2 seasons. So now I got to transition. Now I'll go from 23. Now I'm 25.
Yeah.
They got 21-year-olds coming out. So just being real about the situation, it's like, how long do you want to chase this? Or do you want to put this energy into something else? So I started training the kids, and then I found passion with that. I got to play through them now. So now, who the next one?
Yeah.
I got to find the next one. So that's my drive all the time. That's why I want to see these kids go.
Yes.
Because who the next one? This area is always talent rich. So I'm like, somebody got to nurture that talent and and help them get out of here. So I just took that approach, man. Just finding positive ways to encourage myself through helping others.
Oh yeah, man, and I see it happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen it from a distance at first when I was not here, and then I came back and I started seeing a little bit more. And now that I've been here for a good amount of time, like back in the city where I grew up, it's been nothing but forward movement. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody has ups and downs. Good days, bad days. At the end of the day, if we're continuing to give back and impact the community that we live in, then what I'm saying, you'll see the fruits of those labors, man. But you mentioned something really important. It's gonna take a village to get the kids out of here, and what I want to see is a lot of us in this area that are doing some things that have our our strengths. One, operating our strengths, and two, I want us to be able to, like I said, be that village and work together and leaving the ego and I got to be the one out of the equation, because if it's for the kids and if we're meaning well for the kids, then we have to know that at some point I'm not able to get them to that next level because that's not my strength. Like, I'm able to get them here. Now the next person is to do that. That's that part of the village. The next person is to that part of the village. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, you can be the jack of all trades all day long, but jack of all trades means that you're okay at a lot, but you're not great at a lot. The concept is what are you great at? And then the things that you're good at, you can, tap into and help out, but let them be with the person that's great at that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to tap into football training because I'm not a football player. Now, like you said, I believe in myself. I'm confident enough that I can train somebody to be great on the field. However, if I've never played and I don't know anything about football, it's only so far they're going to go. And that's probably only good at football, middle school football. They might be okay in high school, but they won't be starting, they won't be playing because I never played before. Now, do I believe in myself that they can be that player? Yes, but they're not going to believe in me that much because I don't even have what they want. Right. So, and all that to say, like I said, if it's a lot of us in this area that are doing some powerful things, and if we can tap into those things together and say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, and this collective of, getting these youth athletes out of here, how can we tap into, how can we get them out? How can we elevate them? Like, at what level of the elevator are we on? Like, how many levels does it take to get out of here? Let's maybe see that. Maybe it only takes 3 levels. So they need a strength and conditioning. They need a actual specific sport trainer. And then they might need something dealing with, like, education where they can fill out the paperwork and do this, do that. And maybe one more level, like networking and communication. Like, they might need all those, that PR stuff.
To put together a program.
And they can get out of here. I mean, they can get out of here with all those pieces. I mean, one person is not going to be able to do it because we know people. Like we talk about Bodine in the area for me. And then once I got to college, I was able to meet some amazing people. And then once I got out of college, I was able to meet even more amazing people when I went to North Carolina. Up until this point, like, I've continued to do that. One thing stuck with me my whole life: networking. One word. I didn't understand it in college, and then I understood it in 2015 when I got into this network marketing company. Whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. But I was able to meet so many different people.
Yeah, networking and relationships.
And I learned so much.
You never know who you need to tap back into.
Never know.
No, you cannot burn them bridges. You got to learn. Like, if 5 millionaires come in here right now and just start talking, I don't have to say nothing, and I don't have to believe nothing they say.
Yep.
But something that they might say might trigger something that I might hold on to.
Exactly.
That's it. You just gotta. It's give and take everywhere. Just take what you need, and the rest just do what's for you.
Yes.
You never have to recreate the wheel. But it's always, like I said, I work for various mentoring companies. Some things over here they didn't do well. Some things over here they did well. But I could take a little bit from here, take a little bit from here. Then I got my own mindset of what I want it to look like.
Yes.
Now look. And it's about also too that pride thing. You got to put that thing to the side, especially when it comes to the kids.
Yeah.
When you know you've reached a peak with the kid and he needs something else, don't hold him.
Yeah.
Don't hold him. Let him go. Don't hold him. It's so many opportunities out here, and I've seen this area do that. It could date back. I could start naming athletes like, Marcus Cunningham, Antonio Fitzgerald, Charles Stevens. We always talent rich, but why didn't they make it to the top?
That part.
Why didn't they make it?
That part. Yeah.
So, like, at some point, you have to make a decision that's going to drive you up out of here.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to have that village in place to keep you solid until you reach that.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Like you said, it's going to take a village, man, and we really have to make sure that we establish that. Like, I mean, I'm ready to take accountability for that with you and see what other parts of this thing we need together to build this village for these kids to get out of here, yo. Like, we got to get them out of here. Definitely got to get them out of here.
Also, one thing I want to say, and just put that out there, parents, invest in your kids.
Most definitely.
Like, at the end of the day, just spend time with them and invest in them, because when they understand that you invest in them, they take life a whole different way.
Yeah.
They get more serious and committed to what they got going on. When they know their parent is out here working, busting their tail, and come back and they got to spend their hard-earned money to provide for you. So when kids understand that, the earlier the better.
Yeah.
Because, I done started with, I got some studs now. We can talk about Micah Gunter, and Isaac Smith. I done had them boys since they 6 years old. They was 6 walking in the YMCA working out. I'm killing them in there. Like, Micah in there crying, Isaac in there, them boys getting to it. But they got that work ethic at 6. And now they 2 of the top players in
the area,
in 2028 class in the United States.
That speaks to you and their parents. One, their parents see something in you that want to continue to have them work with you, and for them to want to continue to come here and work with you is amazing as well. Like, that's powerful. They are definitely two of the most prominent players, like, not only in this area but in the country. Like you said, they are definitely some must watch. Isaac Smith, Micah Gunter,
and it always keeps coming back to this, but let's take one of them, for example. When I say it takes a village, Micah, he gets up at 5 in the morning and comes to work out before school, and then he goes to prep school at Greensboro Day School. And then he might go to basketball training after school, and then he might take himself back to the gym before he go to bed at night. He's a freshman in high school. Where did that mindset come from? That's different.
Yes.
You have to make kids do one of them things. He just did 4 in one day.
All 4.
In one day.
4,
So,
man.
like, his parents understand the investment of the strength and conditioning coach.
Yes.
They understand the prep school, the competition, the academic rigor that he needs. They understand the basketball-specific training that he needs.
Yes.
And then he understands that I got to invest in myself. I want to go back to the gym.
Yes.
So, that village right there, that's going to work. That's going to work.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the fruits of that kid's labor.
Me either. So before we close out, what is your so you have a few different programs. Let's talk about them real quick just so everybody knows. I know you said Rising Stars, you have the camp, you have the Youth Fit, and then you have a mentoring program. So just give us a rundown of those 3 programs.
So here, I'm a personal trainer at the Fit Club here in Danville, where I train adults and kids. I operate a kids program in the afternoons called Muscles for Youth. Outside of that, I do speed camp. That's what I got coming up on April the 26th. I'm going to Averett with 2 more trainers, Anthony Red and Xavier Boyce from Charlotte. They're coming to help me out, and we're going to do a youth speed camp for 100 kids over at Averett. This summer, I have the Learning Hub, which is a summer program that I put together. It's kind of like educational daycare.
Yeah.
Basically, where we provide STEM opportunities. We home in on math and English, and they also get a healthy snack and lunch throughout the day and do extracurricular activities. So got that going on, and then ultimately my Rising Stars football camp at the end of the summer. That's in June.
Okay.
So them are my programs that I have running right now, with, of course, the opportunity to grow.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. And where can we find you, man?
I'm on Facebook, Travis Tarpley. I'm on Instagram at Southern_Swagger. That's SWAGGA. I'm on TikTok at Southern Swagger. I'm on Snap, Southern Swagger. I'm everywhere. So just reach out, man. I ain't hard to find.
Oh yeah, most definitely. If you go to Denver, you gonna know Travis Tarpley where he is, man. Anything else? Any gem you wanna leave for the youth or anybody in general?
Just keep pushing, man. Obstacles gonna come. They gonna come. Just do not let your situation dictate your mood. That's very important. Regardless what goes on, believe in yourself. Don't let your situation dictate the mood that you're in. Just keep pushing, stay in a positive headspace, and I promise you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Most deaf, man. Most deaf, man. It's been a pleasure. And again, y'all, listen, mindset is key. So make sure you get your mind right and tap in. Tap in with Coach Trav over here, man. Get you right.
Come on, man.
Parents, if you have any kids,
the babies, man. That's all I say.
Get them in early. The earlier, the better. As we all know, with anything, we learn how to ride a bike young. Now at 35, 37, 38, we can still ride a bike. So the sooner you learn something, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and it'll stick with you, man. So you just got to get in the gym early, and tap in. Whether it's getting better, healthier, or you want to get your strength right, basketball, whatever the case may be. I'm Coach T. This is Stats Global Podcast. Be sure to follow us on all platforms at Stats Global Podcast. And until next time, I'll see y'all. All right.